What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Jalen Wilson, back with another episode of Illini Fan Rants. Illinois just beat Iowa, the Iowa Hawkeyes, by 11, 82-71. You ask me, this was a good game. I'll take 20 of these games a year if you ask me. If I got my preference, I'll take Iowa versus Illinois, 20 times a year. But it ain't like that. We just swept Iowa. Um, Illinois won. This is really I guess you could say it was a close. It wasn't really close, but it was a. I don't know how to explain it. Like Illinois was up by double digits for a little bit in the first half, and then Iowa kind of cut it down at the end of the first half. Then Illinois kind of just like took the lead by double digits for most of the second half. So I guess it was a lot like scoreboard wise, it wasn't really that close. But like if you watch the game, it was close if you ask me. Like it was a still grinded out type game for both teams. But Illinois played well. First half, you had Kofi getting his against Luca Garza. Luca Garza couldn't hold him for some reason. Kofi had 16 points, shot like 7 for 10 from the field. I believe he shot like 3 for 6 or 4 for 6 on the free throw line. Like, hey, anytime Kofi hitting no from the free throw line, I'll take him. That's a good day for Illinois. Anytime Kofi makes a free throw, like that's a good day because I believe in the last 5 or 6 games, he was like 4 for 29 from the free throw line. That's like 29%. That's not good. That's not good at all. So I'm just like, I'm like, when he went to the line, I'm like, just make one of them. You don't gotta make two. You ain't gotta make two. Just make one. Split them. Because sometimes you miss both of them, and it's not even like a good miss. It's like it's just a brick. Um, but I enjoyed his game. He kind of in the first half, he kind of just dominated Luca Garza. Like Luca Garza couldn't do nothing with him. Iowa kept leaving him open sometimes during the paint. That led to a lot of dunks. You got Adesunu play. He played decently in the first half. Actually, he played good. He had 5 assists at the end of the first half. Had 6 points. He didn't score much, but he got his teammates involved. I believe he had 9 assists to end the game, but he had 5 assists at the end of the first half. You had Adam Miller who played. I ain't gonna say he played well on offense. He had a three and made a clutch steal and hit two clutch free throws at the end of the first half to make Illinois lead 8. Um, but I ain't gonna say he played like tremendous on the offensive side. Defensive side, he always plays good for some reason. Well, not for some reason, but because he's just a good defender. Trent Frazier, first half, I believe he had what 5 points, 3 points. No, he had five because he hit that three, and then he hit a three that was counted as a two. But it is what it is. So he played good. Of course, he played good defense. He always plays good defense. That's always a bright spot for Illinois because listen here, he was snubbed for Defensive Player of the Year for the Big Ten. I'm just saying that he was snubbed for Defensive Player of the Year for the Big Ten. He didn't win it. I don't remember who won it, but I know he didn't win it because if he won it, I would have remembered. But I'm just like, but other than that, Jacob Grandson had his moments. Demonte Williams, he didn't really do much on the offensive end for this whole game. He just played well defense. But that's what he's supposed to do. That's his role. He knows his role. He plays it well. Andre Curbelo, oh man, Andre Curbelo is such a joy to watch. Like I said, he reminds me a lot of Chris Paul. He just knows when to pick and choose his spots, and he loves to get his teammates involved. And he plays defense. I believe he had 2 steals. I believe first half. Both of them led to a dunk. It was one where it was just an inbound play, and he just stole it and he dunked it. I got hyped up for that play. That was early on first half. Then you had another play where he was where Illinois just all slapped the floor at the same time. He ripped it away, dribbled it in, dunked it with 2 hands. I'm like, man, like, right. Hey, I would just have fun because I'm like, man, first of all, Andre Cabello rarely gets to dunk. He dunked like what that was like his third dunk of the year. His first dunk came against Wisconsin, but I'm like, I was shocked. First of all, I'm like, Andre Cabello, he doesn't look like the guy that has hops. He like the guy that lays the ball up every time on a fast break, or when he's just a lone person in the backcourt, after a steal, he looks like the type of guy that lays it up. He don't look like the type of guy that just dunks it. So I enjoy watching that. But he played well. I don't know how many points he had or assists he had, but trust me, his defense was good. His offense was good. His creativity on offense was great. It always is. You need a guard like him in the tournament, to make a deep run. But first half, I'm kind of scared at times because Iowa is just that team that scares you sometimes. When they like Iowa doesn't have no perimeter threat that they like that can really get to the basket and scare you. Like Iowa Sumo or Jared Butler or like Kay Cunningham or somebody like that. They don't really have that, but they have like shooters and they draw plays for the shooters and their shooters do exactly what they are. They shoot, and they do that well. Like every time Iowa three was going up, I'm like, I hate this team, bro. I hate Iowa because Iowa every time they hit a three, I'm like, bro, it's always this. Like Iowa don't they like I'm just like, man, Iowa offense isn't that hard to figure out. They're just a great shooting team. I hate playing them. I don't want to play them anymore for in the tournament. I don't want to play them in the state tournament. I do not want to see them. I would not want to see a team 3 times in the season, let alone it being Iowa. Uh, but Kofi started out the second half. He was in the second half, sorta. He had his moments here and there. He was kind of more in foul trouble at times. Like he got 2 early fouls in the second half, so that kind of hurt Illinois. But kind of is what it is. Even though Luca Garza start eating Georgie Really alive, like dude was just being like, oh yeah, I got like 30 pounds on Georgie. Like, let me take advantage of this. So, Luka Garza played well in the second half, but it is what it is. We beat him. Aldis Sumu played well. I believe he had what, 12 points second half. He even had one moment. He had probably one of the most exciting plays of the Illinois season when he cut to the basket. I believe it was Jacob Grandison dumped it to him, and he dunked it on an Iowa player. I don't know the player, but he just dunked it on him. I love to see that. I was like, hey, I was pumped up to see that. Then you had Demonte Williams getting that block. Like I was just pumped up. I'm like, man, like Illinois really finna go to a Big Ten championship. Like I've never watched them play in the Big Ten championship. Realized I'm only 19. I didn't get to see the D Brown, Darren Williams, and the head team play. So I just watched highlights of them. So I never got to see them play in the Big Ten tournament championship. So I was kind of just happy at that moment. Then Iowa it kind of started trying to fight back, but Illinois, just kept them at bay. Like Illinois was throwing a whole bunch of jabs, and they threw a haymaker, boom. Um, so I love to see that. Illinois plays Ohio State next game. I don't like playing Ohio State because Illinois matches up not that good with Ohio State, even though Kofi has gotten better at guarding the perimeter. Like every time Kofi goes out to the perimeter now, he has his hands up. Like he does a good job stepping up. Before in the middle of the season and early in the season, he did a bad job. He was always laying back. Now, Georgie Bashanas-Villy, bro, you somebody I do not like in that pick and pop defense because you do not pop. Like, you don't roll with the person that's popping. So I'm just like, I'm scared for Georgie, but Kofi, I think will be fine. Dwayne Washington, last time Illinois played Ohio State, which was what, last week. Actually, it was last Saturday. So, Dwayne Washington shot like what, 1 for 7 for Ohio State last game. He shot Ohio State out of the game against Illinois, but I don't think he'll do that again. He's a good guard. But I'll take my chances with Ohio State. I think Illinois can beat Ohio State. I think this Illinois team is really determined. Like Brad Underwood does a good job of firing them up. Like Illinois is best. This Illinois team is best when they feel like they've been snubbed for something. So whether it's because I think Brad Underwood been using the thing of, oh, we should have been Big Ten regular season champions, like because we got a chance. We had an argument for that. We ended up a half a game ahead of Michigan. Just saying. So like Brandon Wood does a good job firing up this team. Like early in the season when he used Trent Frazier, when he fired up Trent Frazier, because Trent Frazier didn't make like a top 25 perimeter defenders list, which is disrespectful. So if I was Trent Frazier, I would have been mad too. But yeah, Illinois beat Iowa again. Luca Garza is a good player. Then Illinois kind of rattled him today. Took him out of his comfort zone. He couldn't really be as comfortable. Illinois didn't really allow him to get the 3-point shot. But it's on to the next game against the Ohio State Buckeyes. I can't wait. That game is tomorrow. I don't know what time. I think it's a little bit early in the day, if I'm not mistaken, because they try to get all the games out the way for Selection Sunday. So I'm just be having fun watching that game. Can't wait to do the reaction to that. But it's been your boy Jalen Wilson. I'm out. Peace.